welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. Now, what won out on our poll was the coconut flour sandwich bread. So I am whipping this up. I never made it before, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, the ingredient list is half cup coconut flour, 3 egg whites, and 2 eggs. Then 4 tablespoons coconut oil, which I have that in the microwave to melt it down. 1 tablespoon baking powder. 2 tablespoons psyllium husk powder. 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, which I just already got that pre-measured. I was actually out and had to go up and borrow that from my dad. Not borrow, I'm not going to give it back, but half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano. Now I am leaving that out because I don't want that bread to have the oregano flavoring, but you can add it if you want. And then a 1/4 cup of boiling water, and I've got my tea kettle going now with that in it. Okay, then it says to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I've got that going. Line a baking pan with parchment paper. Now here's the thing, guys. The instructions did not say size. So I've got a standard pan here, and I didn't have any parchment paper, so I have put a silicone mat in the bottom of there. So if this doesn't turn out, it's because I'm not following directions. Okay, so we mix the coconut flour, baking powder, and psyllium husk in spices in a bowl first. So let me get my eggs out of the way here. All the little ingredients out of the way. Okay, so coconut flour. So basically all of our dry ingredients. We need half of a cup. Get that up out of our way. And then we need a tablespoon, I said teaspoon, it's a tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, and then we need 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder. One teaspoon of onion powder. Ooh, and I think that's about all I have left. I'm going to pour this over the sink because I'm messy. Yeah, I'm going to say there's a half a teaspoon left in the bottom of that container. I'll be going to the grocery here shortly, I'm sure. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then half a teaspoon of salt. And this is all the salt I have too, which is in this container. And I am not going to be able to get that open. So, we'll use the hand method. Shake it in there. That looks about right. Okay, so I have got to mix that all up. I'm going to pause you guys a second because my water's done boiling. So I want to go get my... Alrighty, so I've got my water and I got my coconut oil. And I'm going to mix up this dry ingredients really well. I need to get myself a sifter, but I don't have one. But it would be ultimately the best to sift the ingredients into your mixing bowl. But, okay, so then it says to add your eggs and oil and mix that thoroughly. So here's my eggs. I'm going to mix this a little bit before I go add my oil in there, because that oil did come out of the microwave. It is a little warm, so I don't want to immediately cook my eggs before they get incorporated. Okay. That oil's not hardly warm at all. Well, I need them to be not so aggressive. Okay. Add apple cider. Add the apple cider vinegar. So that's 2 tablespoons. Oh, I love the way the apple cider vinegar smells. Okay, then add your boiling water. Pour the mixture onto the parchment lined baking and bake for 30 minutes or until firm. So I'm gonna set my timer for actually 20 minutes, and then I'll let you guys know exactly how long I baked it for, because I'm just worried I might have too big of a pan and I don't want it to overbake. I don't want to burn our bread here because I've never done it before. Now, she said in the instructions that hers was soupy. Mine is definitely not soupy. Quarter cup of boiling water. I thought maybe I got one of the mixtures wrong, but no, I've got everything correct here. So not sure why hers was soupy and mine is very it's not firm. Almost like very dough. It's like dough. So well, I'm going to spread this out. I'm going to pause you guys and spread this out because I don't want the video to be too long and you just watching me spread. Alrighty, we are back. And it is spread very thin. So I think the next time I make this, I'm going to put it in a 8x8 instead of this size, which I think is a 9x13. But it looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and slide it into the oven, and we will see what we have here in a half hour. But like I said, I'm going to set it for 20, and then I'll let you know actually how long I let it cook in this size pan. Be back with you in a minute. Alrighty, well, it is ready. It's very hot, so I'm not going to touch it. But this must be the size pan she used because it did take the whole half hour. And it looks good. The edges are just starting to brown in the thinner corners. So this must be the pan. But that's, to me, an awfully big piece of sandwich bread. So I might cut that into 6 pieces instead of 4, realizing that the nutritional information on it is going to be different, which is less, which is better. But yeah, I don't know. That's maybe not. It's going to be a little larger than a regular sandwich, but I don't know. I'm going to make myself some dinner here as soon as this cools, and I will get it plated up, and I will show you all what a sandwich made with this looks like. Alrighty, I'll be back with you in a sec. Alrighty, guys. What I did is I cut it with a pizza cutter and flipped them over so they would have time cool on both sides and not get moist. But I want you to look at that. Oh my goodness. That is the best looking bread that I have made since I have been on keto. Of course, I haven't tasted it yet, but it smells fantastic and it looks fantastic. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to make me a grilled pepper jack cheese sandwich. But I just wanted to show you how bread-like that did look. And most of the time when I make bread product, the 90-second breads and that kind of stuff, it comes out a little crumbly, more like a cornbread texture. This feels like bread. Alrighty, we'll get back with you in a sec. Alrighty, guys, my sandwich is done. Yes, I took a bite. I had to tell you how it tasted. Look at that, a grilled cheese on keto. And it does taste good. It's not your standard American white bread or wheat bread for that matter, but it does hold up and it is a fantastic supplement in my opinion. Of course, I have been 8 months without bread, so yeah, having a sandwich in my hand was very satisfying. Oh my gosh, guys, it was good. Give it a try and let me know what you think. Alrighty. It's keto, yo. You guys have a great day. Blessings.